Welcome back to GamecocksOnline.com. I'm joined by head volleyball coach Tom Mendoza after a 3-0 opening weekend for the Gamecocks. Another great crowd today, another great offensive performance. What are your takeaways from week one?
Yeah, the first thing you mentioned, the crowd was phenomenal. We had the Carolina band, packed house. Again, I'm partial, but I think that it's the best atmosphere, of anywhere we can play, and we're very fortunate to call it our home gym. We're working to build it, and season tickets are up. VIP season tickets are up. Everything's up. So it's really exciting, and like I said, we're very fortunate to have it. We don't take it for granted, and we want to make sure that we're giving all those fans a lot to cheer for, and playing in a way that represents the athletic department and the Gamecock fans as a whole. So I'm glad we did that. I thought the players played with a lot of passion, which then the crowd fed off of. Next week going on the road, is something we need to make sure we're generating ourselves, because we're not going to have packed house cheering every time we score a point. But yeah, the team, I thought, for opening weekend played really well and got better as we went on. A lot of the stuff we're working on we saw in live play, and so really encouraging, and the group seems to enjoy playing together. So I think that's about as big as anything else we could take away.
You mentioned last night that this offense is still relatively new as far as their connections with each other, the chemistry. How did you feel today went as far as, kind of spreading the offense around? It seemed like there was a more concerted effort to get the middles involved early and often. Both Ellie and Abby had, I think, 5+ kills and were hitting, I think, maybe one error between the two of them.
Yeah.
What did you feel about the offense today?
Well, we know they can score. Again, everyone has their areas of the game that they're responsible for. At the end of they've got to be the captains of our blocking, and they know that, and that's their first responsibility. But they can also score points offensively, and we want to make sure if they're going to work hard and approach hard, that we're giving them the ball in good places and letting them go score points, and then that opens up our pins on both sides. So yeah, I think it's great to see. Obviously, the connection there, especially with a couple new setters, or Claire coming back to full speed this summer. The middle is usually the last thing to come together. So if we can continue on the path that we were on this weekend, getting them more involved, connecting more and more, I think it's a great sign for our offense.
You'd already mentioned it, but up next, a tour of the ACC with North Carolina, Wake Forest, and then Clemson after that. Heading into practice this week ahead, what is going to be your focus as a staff?
Yeah, so all those schools will return to us at some point in the next 2 years. So, but yeah, it works out where we're at those 3 schools this week, and I think when we were looking at it, I think you can look at it any way you want. I think the positive way to look at it is that we want it to prep us. We want to go play in those environments, have our team tested in those environments, hopefully come out successful, but prep us for life in the SEC. So yeah, we're going to go, hopefully bring back a couple wins back to Columbia. But the good teams, 3 good teams, different styles. We'll have to get all of our focus off of the 3 teams that we faced this week and quickly prep our team for really 100% focus on North Carolina, since that's the first one. But yeah, we'll get a chance to watch them a little bit and see what we have to keep working on. But volleyball is one that if you take care of your side of the net, that's a big part of it. So I think if we do a lot of those things that we did this week, we're going to be a long way to what we need to do next weekend.